Hello, I read 10 books this month. I mainly read on the train, like I spend 3 hours a day on my commute, so that's why I'm able to read so much, but here are my rapid fire reviews of whether they're worth it or not. I think I'm going to save the best for last because there is a clear winner this month, but yeah, let's go. I read Final Offer this month, and I'm so sorry to say, but it is not for me. You cannot look me in my eye and tell me that book needed to be 500 pages. Like, I get it, she's setting up the next series, but you could have cut it at 300 pages. Also, it didn't need to be second chance. If it was just a regular small town romance, it would have been okay, but it would have been meh, you know? Like, I did not believe in their past, I did not believe in their present, I did not believe in their future. He is hot, but that can only take a man so far. I also read Chain of Thorns this month, and I don't think I could objectively review this series. Like, I spent 8 years of my life reading Shadowhunters. I'll love all of them. But this book does mark the end of a trilogy. It actually marks the end of the entire prequel series. And if this is the end of a series, I shouldn't have any unanswered questions. I shouldn't be asking why at the end. This woman wrote one of the best marriage convenience stories I've read in any fantasy book. Honestly, in any romance book. So for that, it's getting a 4.8, but I'm still upset about a few things. I also finished Ducks in Greenwood for the Canada Reads debate that I'm doing end of March, so I'm going to save my reviews until then. For a quick pick-me-up, I read both Play For Me and Consider Me, and they're both hockey romances, and they serve their purpose. I learned a lot about myself while reading these two books, so I think I'm ready to read more hockey romances, but I don't know, we'll see. Read True Love Experiment, which comes out later this year. It's a sequel to The Soulmate Equation, and I like this one a lot more. This one is definitely a love letter to the romance genre overall, but because it was so short and there's this whole reality show aspect that I couldn't connect to, I definitely enjoyed this one more. It's good. This one's better. And I'm going to share my favorite books of the month. I read In a Jam. It's a marriage of convenience. It has so much tension, so much angst, and also the dad is a single parent. I rarely see that in romance books, and I don't know, this man was so soft. My only critique was that he said my wife a lot. I just don't like pet names in books, but other than that, it was near perfect. I also read Before I Let Go, and when I say I hate second chance romance books, this book is safe. And I think it's because there's so much going on outside of the romance. I don't know, this one is really sad, so definitely check trigger warnings, but 5 stars. Favorite book of the month by far goes to The Serpent and the Wings of Night. I don't know if there's a list out there about Book Talk books that ate, because this one needs to be somewhere on that list. It is equal parts fantasy, equal parts romance, and it has a plot. Like, I'm so excited for the sequel. It comes out later this year, and I want to read all of her books. But her books are not available on Indigo yet, so Heather, if you're listening, Indigo, please get her books in.